So you try to have it at like a certain time every time?
Yeah, I'm starting to. I don't always do it.
Yeah.
Like the Cats one, the first half was like 45 minutes.
Okay.
It ended up being 90 minutes instead of 60.
Okay. Yeah, I do want to talk to you about that too.
About cats?
A little bit about that episode. Not too much about it, but
I think I accidentally pissed someone off. I recently did like 2 episodes ago, I had one kind of shit talking libertarians.
okay.
And when I went to like upload the next episode, because I don't really keep up with checking comments because I rarely get them. I didn't have any comments, but I had my first downvote.
Okay.
That I've seen. I haven't like gone through and skimmed everyone like, does everyone love me? Does everyone hate me?
Right.
But I just happened to see like, oh, this one's got a downvote, and I've got so few enough subscribers that I noticed I was down one. And I was
so
like,
you could track which one.
well, which episode? Yeah.
Okay.
Because I remember I had just looked and I was like, ooh, I've got 59 subscribers.
Yeah.
And then when I looked at that after uploading the libertarian video, I was like, oh, it's not 59, it's 58 now, and I got a downvote. I think I might have pissed a libertarian off.
On cats.
No, the episode before.
Okay.
Okay. Welcome to That Thing with James. I'm your host, James, and today I have a very special guest, the most special guest I've ever had.
Oh, that's sweet.
I say that to everyone.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No matter what I say, this is the most special guest I've ever had. He's more special than all the others.
Well, I'm happy to be here.
I say that to everyone. What's your name?
My name is Bryan. I'm an old friend of James.
Yes.
Yes.
And we have known each other since college, right?
Yeah, since 2007
Since 2007.
or 6.
I think
2006.
I think it was 06.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the fall of 06, yeah.
Yeah. And we met, how did we meet?
We were neighbors in the dorms of NSU in Tahlequah.
Right. Tahlequah, Oklahoma.
Yes.
And
Tahlequah.
the dorm was it Gunderson? Was that the name of it?
Lozier.
Lozier.
It was Lozier.
What a
I
weird
didn't even.
name.
Yeah, I've completely forgot all the names of those dorms until you said Gunderson. And I don't know why that.
I lived in
reminded me.
Gunderson afterwards. Did you ever go in that one?
What was Gunderson?
It was like further into the campus. It was like a really old place, and it was haunted.
Was it called Gunderson?
I think it was Gunderson Hall. Maybe. I don't know. All I knew is that shit was fucking haunted.
Really?
Did you ever hear about this? The ghost flow?
No, I didn't know that had a name, but I heard stories of one of them being haunted.
Yeah, this was the haunted one.
Did Jason live in that one too?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
I can't remember all the names of those dorms.
Yeah.
So Wiley, maybe, was that one?
Might have been Wiley Hall.
Wiley? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. But the ghost was named Flo?
It was named Flo.
Okay.
And often my door would just open. I would have it shut. I would like intentionally shut it as well as I could, lock it, and then I'd be doing homework and the door would just fly open.
Like wide open, not just a little bit.
No, not like a trap. Like it flew wide open. I didn't even hear the lock unlock.
Yeah.
I tested it. You know, I would close the door and lock it and like try pulling on it and shit.
Right.
No, it wouldn't open. It would just open of its own accord.
Did that make you a believer? Or were you already?
I already kind of believed in ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it wasn't too shocking.
Well, I mean, it was.
Yeah.
I didn't expect the door to fly open.
Right.
What if I was playing with myself?
Yeah. Did that ever happen? Did she open the door when...
I don't remember.
Okay.
If it did, I probably blocked it off. Yeah. But we met freshman year in Lozier. Lozier.
And we were neighbors.
You were, like, I was right off of the stairs, and then you were at the end of the hall, right?
I think I was at the very end on the right.
Uh-huh.
And then it was Anthony and Poindexter.
Right.
And then you, I think.
Right. And
it was like those three doors.
Me and Poindexter lived in the same dorm for a little while.
Yeah, because he moved out of Anthony's. And
yeah. So I remember Anthony.
I didn't want a roommate, so I was.
Yeah. I didn't want a roommate either. At the haunted one, I was supposed to have a roommate, some Japanese student, but he never showed.
Oh, okay. I remember this one now. Okay.
It had like black and white checkered floors in the hallway.
Yes.
It was creepy.
Now I remember.
It was a creepy place.
That dorm. Okay.
Yeah, it was
because I remember that roommate for some reason because he was never there.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
There wasn't even stuff in there.
I was there day one that we were both supposed to move in there. He was and never showed up. I don't know.
That's weird.
I heard maybe he had a girlfriend that he just was living with or something and never even bothered to move in.
Why even pay for it? You know?
Why
Those are so expensive.
Why were there so many Japanese students in Tahlequah, Oklahoma?
Yeah, because that school is mostly known for producing teachers.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe
there is a lot of
maybe
Japanese
there's just like
students.
a really good deal on like foreign exchange.
That's kind of what I was
thinking. Because it was still a university.
Yeah.
It's like a Division III, but
yeah, it's a small. It used to look like Hogwarts a bit before like the beautification thing. I always thought.
Yeah, like the public school version of Hogwarts.
Yeah. So have you gone back? So okay. So I'm getting ahead of myself here.
Okay. Yeah. Of when we met.
Yeah, we met. We were living in the same dorms and dorm hall, and I don't even remember how we met. We just met.
Yeah, we were just kind of hanging out one day.
Yeah.
Because you might have been the one that introduced us to going to Dan and Nat's.
I probably was.
Yeah, because you were in theater the first year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the entire time you were in theater.
Mm-hmm.
And then we would go party over there.
Yeah, we go to the theater parties.
Yeah, like every night.
Every fucking night. Yeah. Dan and Natalie used to have parties at their house every fucking night.
Yeah, we had some good times at that little tiny house.
Yeah.
A lot of good times.
It's still there, too.
Do you talk to them?
No, but I did see Dan and Natalie and Callie and some other people a few years ago.
Okay.
I came back to Oklahoma to visit, and I wanted to see everybody.
Yeah.
They're all still living there.
Yeah, there was the last time I was there, actually. I mean, this was probably like 6 years ago, and it was right before I moved to Oregon, and this is a fun fact about Oklahoma law. We were floating the river, and we saw a cop on the side, pulled us over, and this was like it wasn't even a weekend. It was like where there was maybe 2 other people floating that river, and then a big group of us.
Right.
And we were very drunk. Like, you get drunk on the river.
Right.
But back then that was 3% alcohol.
Yeah.
So on the river you couldn't bring anything over 3%.
Right.
So no hard alcohol, no 6-point from the liquor store or anything. And of course we had all that, but I was sober enough to where like I could talk to the guy. So I was like, you guys all stay in the rafts. Like there was even a girl like puking on the side, and I was like, okay, let's keep you guys over there. I'm gonna go talk to him. And so he asked us about all that. We're like, yeah, it's good. And he wrote me a ticket for tying our rafts together.
Oh, really?
So they tell you before you float, don't tie your rafts together. But everybody does it on the river. You get your life jackets and you tie. If you're in a big group, you tie them together and you float. And so he wrote me a ticket. And I was like, okay, just write it in my name, and then we all pitch in. And I was like, I'll pay for it, but we all give me the money, and I'll go do it. So I go to court.
Oh, Jesus.
In Tahlequah to pay for it, like weeks later. And my last name is Wade, so it starts with W. So I'm there for 3 hours waiting for this to happen.
Yeah.
Get there.
They call everyone up, and the judge.
So I watched all of the bullshit of DUIs and drunken publics and everything that there was. Mm-hmm. I paid the ticket, and then afterwards I went and I saw like Joe and Natalie, and they were all still there. And but the fun fact here is I didn't know this until I moved to Oregon. Whenever I was applying for a job, they called me and they said, you check no on the box of a criminal record. And and I did get a DUI when I was 20, but that's completely expunged from my record. I did everything, and so that doesn't show up. So I always say no. But they were like, well, you have a misdemeanor. And I was like, a misdemeanor for what? And I was like, I don't have a misdemeanor. And they're like, yeah, in 2015, you got a... I was like, 2015? I did not like get a misdemeanor. And sure enough, this is what it says. Tying rafts together.
Really?
A misdemeanor. And it's still on my record to this day. So every time I apply for a job, housing, they ask me about my misdemeanor for tying rafts together.
No shit.
Yeah.
That little fucking thing?
Yeah. It's still on my record. It's been 6 years.
A class B, problem C, whatever.
I didn't ask. I was like, you know what? I hope they leave it on forever because I want everyone to see how stupid this was. Yeah. But misdemeanor. So don't tie your rafts together. It's a $300 ticket and a misdemeanor.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So that was the last time I was in Tahlequah.
Oh, that was like the most recent time you were there?
Yeah. I haven't been back since then.
Okay. Yeah, I don't blame you. I went back. So I saw them, but after moving back to Oklahoma, I wanted to take Emily there just to see what Tahlequah looks like.
Yeah.
And man, it looks like shit.
Yeah. I can't imagine it looking any different than... does it look worse or?
I mean, parts of it look worse.
Really?
Like, there's some new stuff like gentrified kind of buildings, but and the other parts that were kind of rough to begin with, just no one's kept up with it.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
We do want to go floating soon, so maybe we can get something like that together and go. And I don't know if you remember this, going floating with me and my friend Kirsten and this kid from... Do you remember when there was just 4 of us floating and that one guy we brought was like super drunk immediately?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. I remember this now.
Yeah. So all I remember is everything that Kirsten did. He would say, "That's cute." Like everything that she said. He was
That's
just like,
cute.
That's cute.
Who the fuck was that guy? I don't even remember.
He was someone I went to high school. I won't say his name, but
Yes, I remember that.
And
that's cute.
And I remember at one point she was like, "I gotta go pee," and he was just like, "That's cute." And I was like, "No, man." But yeah, that was. I had forgotten about that trip until just now.
Oh wow. So you brought some whiskeys with you. I wanna get some alcohol.
Let's get this started.
Yeah. So
I brought Mackenzie River whiskey. I brought a couple options, but we're gonna start with this one.
Okay.
I think. And this is an Oregon one, made by Swallowtail, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I like the bottle, so I was like, this is a good kind of memory of Oregon before we moved back.
Let me hold these for you. So we're gonna try out a little bit neat, and then we're gonna put it on ice and see how it tastes each way.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
We are not expert whiskey drinkers here, so
Not at all. So we're gonna give our.
I just know that those are the 2 options to sip whiskey: is neat or with ice. And
we're gonna give our professional, unprofessional review of what is this, Mackenzie River or something?
Mackenzie River.
All right, chin
Whiskey.
chin.
Cheers.
Let's taste this.
Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah, that tastes like whiskey.
Where's my water?
Oh yeah, I need some water.
That's good.
Yeah, it's good. It's smoky, kind of smoky flavor.
Yeah. It had a hint of Tahlequah in that.
Yeah. Remember when drink like bottles of like Kentucky Deluxe?
Oh, that was the thing that we would get in Tahlequah was a half gallon of Kentucky Deluxe KD.
I'll never forget one time saying, see, the thing about KD is the more you drink it, the worse it tastes. But you just don't care.
That's a very quote too. Like,
Where the hell is he?
he is in Oklahoma City. He's doing
Oh God.
he's doing good. He's married now.
Oh, good.
He's got a baby now.
Oh, he's a daddy, huh?
He's a daddy.
Last time I saw him was in Stillwater. I was going to school there.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you lived in Stillwater too.
Yeah, man.
Because that was the same time Robo was living there.
That's right. I had already, I was there for 2 years. I had already been there a year. And I was out for a walk one day. And I hear a familiar voice say, "Is that James?" And it was. And then, yeah. He was like a groundskeeper at the apartment he was living at. All right. Oh yeah.
That's a good
This
amount.
this is the first I've drank in quite a while.
like really drank. Huh?
Yeah. I mean, I like hardly ever drink anymore. It just unless
Yeah,
I'm
I
like
think you
with
had one drink at the fight night a couple weeks ago.
yeah. Well, I mean, I was driving too,
Yeah,
so I didn't want to push it. But
Which is smart.
huh?
That's smart.
Yeah.
And
So I just like I'll drink with friends, but like just at home and shit, it puts me to sleep, and then I don't feel super hot. But if I'm drinking with friends, I feel better.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a social aspect of it. You know? So my problem is that I won't go to sleep for a very long time. And I just end up staying up all night. And
Really?
yeah, well, whenever I'm with people,
Oh yeah.
I'm always the last person, and then I wake up and I'm like, "What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Why did I stay up until 4:30?"
So we're having a bit of a debate here, going back to Lozier Hall.
Yes.
I said before we started recording that I think maybe the first time I ever saw or encountered Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse was at your dorm room. And I swear to God, I think it was yours. Like we were hanging out. I think you might have been like just asleep and we'd just been like up chatting and shit. And you were asleep and I was like kind of half asleep sitting on a chair and you had your TV kind of up, right? Like
Yeah, it was like on top of the dresser thing.
yes, it was. I swear to God, it was your room. You were passed out. The TV was on just like you hadn't intentionally put Pee Wee on, but it came on like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I'd never seen this before. It was just a dog, a medium-sized dog, straight up eating dog food for like a full 60 seconds. The camera was in really tight. It was like ASMR of like the dog eating. And I was like, what the fuck is this? I love it.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't debate it so hard if it was just a video of a dog doing that. But the fact that you think that it's Pee Wee's Big Playhouse.
Well,
Because I despised that show so much growing up. Like, it creeped me out. And I just, like, that kind of style. And I was, like, if that was ever on in my place, I would be like, who turned this on? So
I think
so that's where my debate is.
I'm pretty sure it was Pee Wee's because I mean a commercial must have come on or something and they say what the show is. I think you were watching Pee Wee's Playhouse.
I definitely was not. But like I said, Pee Wee's Big Adventure. I can watch that.
Oh,
But I can't watch that fucking show.
there was one time in Austin at my second apartment. There was like a pool that just outside my building.
Makes it
The water's. I don't really taste it at all. Oh, let me take another drink.
Yeah, if it waters it down enough, then we're just. It makes it a little easier, I feel like.
Yeah, that is a bit easier. When I was in grad school, I used to just like do whiskey and water, just straight up.
Just straight.
Like,
No ice,
like-
just water.
yeah, just water,
Yeah.
like old alcoholic men.
Yeah, water it down a little bit.
I was like, yeah, this will keep me hydrated. Yeah, I don't drink nearly as much as I used to.
Yeah.
And I feel better for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, you should, definitely, I think.
Yeah.
Usually people that drink a lot more would feel a lot worse, so.
Yeah, it's a depressant.
Yeah. I do remember living in that dorm with you, and we played music together a lot.
Yes. Yeah.
And I have a specific memory of you and I don't know if we were just stoned and playing guitar, but someone was having sex in the shower. Out in the hall. And you went in there with your guitar and was singing.
Oh my God.
Do you remember this?
I think that I remember it, and I wish I didn't. Oh my, that is bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that is. Oh,
Yeah, they
that's
would have been looking for us.
that is fucking dark.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm
Yeah.
not proud of myself right now. My comedy, I hadn't really
Early stages.
early, yeah, it's early
early.
stages.
We're talking 18-year-old James here, so.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, 18. Dude, do you miss your 20s at all?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you miss?
I don't know, just the freedom of it, I think. I think the age we're at now is just more responsibilities. And
Yeah. It's like the
not as much freedom in the way that I thought back then.
right.
You know, I can't just do whatever I want. And I shouldn't have been able to do whatever I want then.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you're that young and you're on your own for the first time, it's like you get in that mindset of like, well, I can do whatever I want. So,
Yeah.
and we did whatever we wanted a lot of the times in Tahlequah. So,
There was and I guess you said I did say it on here before, but you were there for the purple experience, the purple thing when I was at we went to or
Yeah,
were you
when
living
he-
with
no, but I was over there all the time. I mean,
right? Like it was an apartment. It wasn't on campus.
it was that apartment because lived next door to him. Or maybe he lived with him at the time. I don't know. But I know that they were roommates at one point. But that was by like the football stadium kind of.
Yeah.
That apartment there. Because he lived like right on the corner there for a little bit. And a lot of crazy times there too. And yeah, because I completely forgot about that until you told that story on the podcast.
Yeah. Should I set up the scene?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So we were living at Lozier.
Yeah, we were probably still living together. We were
Yeah.
like in the same building.
Right. And this was my first time ever on mushrooms. And so I was a freshman, and I think I had like a whole eighth. And I just ate it all at once because I had no idea what I was doing.
And that's what's funny about like, because I think all of us did mushrooms for the first time in Tahlequah.
I think so.
And that's just there. It was like, well, how much do you get? And they're just like an eighth. Everyone just said an eighth.
Yes.
Like there was nothing bigger you could buy, nothing smaller. Just like, how much should I eat? An eighth.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I guess I'll eat an eighth.
No moderation. Like if you want like a nice mellow trip, you just eat like 1.5 grams or 2 grams. Or if you really want a trip, like 4 or 5. No, you ate a whole fucking eighth.
Just an eighth.
Yeah, just get an eighth. It comes in a little fucking sandwich baggie.
Oh yeah, it's always in a sandwich baggie.
Well, I had it. I was I was at the smokers table, the designated smokers table, when you could still smoke on campus, and I ate a whole eighth, and then went with some other friends up to their dorm, and their Japanese roommate was there watching like a soap opera or something on TV. And we're sitting there, being fucking squirrely. Like, we're trying to be like, it's like the thing where it's like, am I being loud?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
am I being loud?
You're starting to be a little too self-conscious of yourself.
Yeah. So, and like hyper sensations and everything. And we were kind of getting like that, just like sitting there squirrely. And at some point, I like have to go pee or something. So I try to get up. Like, I was just sitting with my legs crossed on the floor.
Yeah.
I get up. And it's like my field of view halfway in the middle, horizontally, it's split, and the top and bottom sides of my vision just went, like it flew off in opposite directions, and I fell on my ass. And I was like, oh,
Like
I
your
think
equilibrium just completely.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think something's happening. And then went to someone else's dorm room and watched Ace Ventura 2, Call of the Wild. I didn't even watch the whole thing. I think I probably watched like the first 15 minutes, and it felt like several hours.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was in the jungle at the beginning. He's in the jungle.
And you were doing this by yourself the whole time.
There were some other people who had also eaten an eighth.
Okay.
But then at some
But
point,
you were just kind of on your own adventure.
right, we were kind of, adventure through the dorms. And then at some point, I split off on my own to meet up with you and everyone else at place. Mm-hmm. And then, as I remember it, I was sitting at the table. You guys were probably playing dominoes and drinking Kentucky Deluxe. And someone had a blunt wrap and handed it to me, like the wrapper that the blunt wrap comes in. And they just handed it to me, and they were like, don't read the label or anything. Just smell it and tell me what fruits are in here. Because it was like a mixed fruit flavor wrap.
And this is probably Jason.
Yeah, it was Jason. He's the one that handed it to me.
Because he always had the blunt wraps, the different flavors and everything. And
As I remember it, and I may be tripping, I may not remember it accurately, but as I remember it, I smelled it, and I guessed all the right fruit flavors that were in it, and he read it, and he was like, you got it. But apparently, as I understand it, later, he said I was just saying the word purple, but I could only get out perp, 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 perp.
so the whole time you thought you were like,
yeah, I thought I'd like listed them off. And then he said like, yeah, you got it. And I was like, fuck yeah, I got a good nose.
we were just like, what are you doing, James?
Yeah, I guess. Do you remember this at all?
I vaguely remember this. I mean, because I'm sure there was a few amount of people there. And but I whenever you told the story, I kind of remembered it. Because I'm sure that we were drinking Kentucky Deluxe in the kitchen.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So.
But I know Jason knows the story and finds it very humorous.
Yeah, you'll have to talk to Jason and see what he thinks about it. And I played that for him, and you didn't remember his name whenever you said it on the podcast.
Oh yeah,
Very heartbroken by that.
I know. I felt fucking awful.
But you like edited it to put his name in there.
I'm shit with names.
It's funny you mentioned that smokers table too, because like that was just like such a centerpiece of.
That's where I met everyone.
Yeah, everybody. Most people who met anybody was at that smokers table. I didn't even smoke, and I met people. At that table.
It was just like a cement picnic table bench sort of situation.
Yeah, there was like one big tree. It was very weird where they put it.
Oh, yeah.
It was like right in the middle in front of the dorm in the parking lot, just right there. And I used to get drunk with a friend of mine and play guitar a lot. Mm-hmm. And there was one night, there was like a whole event going on that day. And I don't know what it was. They had like little boxcar racing going on or something down the street. And for some reason, I remember having like a dress shirt on and like a tie, just because I had that in my closet in like khaki shorts.
Yes. Yeah.
And I would wear that every once in a while. And and this is like I don't know.
Like
this
that
is
was
the
a certain style.
Yeah.
Because you were really into Incubus, and he kind of did that, I think.
Yeah, probably. I probably look like Avril Lavigne or something out there. but I remember there was a night I was out there playing guitar, and security showed up. And for some reason this night someone gave me reindeer antlers, and I was wearing reindeer antler like a headband, and it had antlers on it. And so, and I had these giant colorful cups, and we would drink Tavarsky 100 proof with Vault. You remember
Jeez.
Vault?
Yeah,
it's
I remember
like
Vault.
the worst knockoff of Mountain Dew. It was a terrible mixture.
I forgot about Volt.
Yeah.
It was like Surge kind
Yeah,
of.
it was a knockoff of a knockoff of a knockoff, kind of.
Right.
So that's what we were drinking. And I just had a giant cup of it. Like, it was a huge cup. And I would pour my mixed drink in there, and we were hanging out at the smoker's table. And security rolled up, and they were like, "You, come over here." And so I was like, okay. And I walked over, and just with my cup and everything.
With reindeers on. Antlers.
These antlers on. And they go, "Yeah, we had a noise complaint about somebody playing guitar out here wearing deer antlers." And I go, "Wasn't me." And I walked away, and I didn't know what I was wearing or what I was doing, but I was like, "Wasn't me." And I walked away, and Curtis was standing next to me, and he was just cracking up, and he was like, "You are still wearing the deer antlers." And like as I was walking away, they were getting out of their car. So I just went back to the smoker's table, and I was like, "Oh fuck." But luckily there was enough drunk people around that they just completely forgot about me. And there was one kid who started messing with him, and they were chasing him around the table. And he was like, "You're never going to catch me. You know how much crack I smoked tonight?" And it was just like a wild night. And then eventually they just gave up and left.
I think I was there for this. Yeah. I swear to God, I remember this. Yeah, okay. I swear to God. You know how much crack.
Yeah, that's what the smoker's table was like, though. Like,
it's where everyone met.
Yeah. Where they smoked crack and ran from security. And,
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of fun times out there.
Well, I think I need to take a whiz.
Okay.
Charge the camera.
Yeah, we can do that.
We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back. And we're back. Okay, so we're gonna try out a new whiskey now. What is it? What whiskey is this?
This is the Weller 107. I've had it before. It's really good. I know that this one is good. The last one was, it was all right.
And this you say is a sippin' whiskey.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if that one we just had was supposed to be a sippin' whiskey, or honestly, I knew nothing about that one. So,
and then this one is it's called Antique 107 because it's 107 proof.
Correct. So it's 53% alcohol. This one's a little stronger than the other ones.
So it is more than half just alcohol.
Yeah.
All right, and we're about to taste it neat.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it straight first.
Ching ching. Okay. Ooh, it smells good. Ooh, that's a different taste altogether.
Yeah, for sure it is.
I actually kind of like this one.
And this is why I wanted to taste multiple whiskeys.
Right.
Because if you're just drinking the same one, you're like, you'll get used to it. If you'll make yourself get used to it. But now you can actually kind of taste the difference, and that was not what
this
I was
one
expecting. So
this one I can taste it like it hit right at the tip of my tongue. I never experienced anything like that. Mm-hmm. Like I could taste it right at the tip, and it came back and like coated the throat. And I would describe it as like similar. It's got kind of smoky, but it's a little more like a nuanced kind of flavor. Mm-hmm. There's a lot more stuff to explore with your palate.
It's very, very good, James. Yeah, but this was the first one that I understood like how people can sip on a whiskey. Because before this, it was just shots.
It's a lot smoother.
Very smooth.
I
Yeah.
really can. Like I can taste it like at the front of my mouth, like the back of my lips and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, that other one, especially after tasting this one after the other one, this one's way better.
Yeah,
so much better.
This is very good. I can see how someone would sip on this. So
And Weller's are pretty well known.
you said this like Weller's is what they drank in Deadwood.
I remember them having the old timey bottle and the show Deadwood on HBO.
I love Deadwood.
The show was so good.
It's so fucking good.
And so historically accurate too. And I love shows that are like that go straight to the T of what actually happened. And
What other
that
kind
was
of shows are like that?
show wise, I'm not sure, but I mean, a lot of westerns stick to that kind of like being historically accurate, and like the movie Assassination of Jesse James.
I haven't seen it.
It's got Brad Pitt and Casey Affleck, and that one it was not like any western you're gonna see. It's not like the shootouts in the middle of the street and stuff. You know, those spaghetti westerns or nothing. They stuck to like the end of Jesse James' life, and how it really ended. And because I remember being a little kid and having those books, like those old western books that would like tell about the old cowboys and stuff, and there would be like maps drawn out of what happened, like at the gunfight at the OK Corral, like what really happened, where everybody went, when Jesse James was killed, and like how it was in his house and he was standing on a chair, and like even down to the picture that he was dusting off was like exactly the same in the movies.
No way.
Yeah, so it was a great movie. Highly suggested. So
Hell yeah.
yeah, for sure.
And that came out. I mean, I've heard of it. I just haven't seen it.
That
Like,
one, I want to say that came out when we were still at NSU. So
it's a little older one.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we talked. I think we talked enough about Tahlequah.
Yeah, we can move on from Tahlequah. We floated that river.
You showed me a video. Should we share the video?
The music video.
The music video.
Okay. Do we want
Or
to just
like a
show it,
pirate.
or do we? Do we want
I
backstory
think
here?
we can do backstory, and I think like we can just watch it here and comment over it, and then
That's fine.
I can maybe edit the video into the video.
Okay.
You want to do it?
Sure.
All right. So tell me about. You were saying you were part of like a improv.
So out of high school, I had a couple buddies, a couple good friends of mine. We had a local skit comedy show, and this was just on Cox Public Access, Channel 70. So if you didn't have Cox, I'm sorry.
Oh, you were straight up on TV though.
We were on TV. It was like, I want to say it was, if I remember correctly, I think it was midnight on Friday nights. So very prime time. But yeah, so it was with a Pocket Full of Hope, which is a nonprofit organization by Booker T off of Apache. And they do a lot of dance and theater, and Lester, who runs A Pocket Full of Hope, let us have a TV show and said that we could write and act and do whatever, and he would take care of the expenses, and he did, and we had a lot of fun with it. It was short-lived, and not a lot of great skits came out of it, but we were learning, and we were 18 years old, straight out of high school. But yeah, the only thing that I have, and this is what I was telling James, is that we do not have the full episodes. So this is the only thing that we actually have is a video that was taken on a phone on a TV. So this is what you're going to see. It's going to be somebody with a phone filming it on a TV that's on a DVD. So this is the only time this is probably the first time I think it's going to be on the internet. So
Oh, really?
yeah, because it's just been on DVDs. Or maybe I don't want to say it can't be a VHS. That'd be impossible.
No,
It's got to be a DVD.
DVD years.
Yeah, it was DVD.
So it's only been in the hands of those who had a hand in it.
We had one episode on DVD that has circulated between the three of us. Right now, I don't know where it is. We used to have 2 episodes, and those were probably our 2 best. But also with this show is the editing was very terrible because the guy didn't fully understand what we wanted.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of the skits were really messed up by, like... I mean, there was even skits where it just showed us laughing when we weren't even... It wasn't even a part of it. So there was just, like, so many random things. And this was the biggest of the skits. And they played it at the end of every episode. So they played this music video at the end. Every episode had this music video in it. But so
Let's watch it.
let's watch it. Yeah. Do you have it on there, or do you want to?
Just play it here. We'll just like play it for the mic.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll
And
get
then the video will line up with it, or
yeah. And if you're an audio listener, just we'll try to talk you through this. We've been down this path before, you and I, listener. Just go with it.
yeah, the sound quality is just it's very nice.
Oh yeah. And we're looking for it.
There it is.
Here we are.
Okay. And
Here,
no, I do
yeah.
not have the rights to the beginning of SpongeBob. So.
No rights. The beginning of SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Told you I don't drink much. SpongeBob. Is this the volume button right here?
Yeah. So
Okay.
we can turn.
I might need to turn it down a little bit.
Wait. Actually, that's not the volume, is it?
Oh no.
There's the volume. Okay.
Okay.
There we go. And then
Which one is this? It?
the bottom right here.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. So
you push play right there.
without further ado, are like a pirate, and we'll talk you through it. Okay, so it's a bunch of 18-year-old boys dressed like pirates wearing like Jinko jeans. Those look like some galoshes, those boots.
I didn't even notice it.
There's you.
That's me.
You've got some full $1 bills. You look so young.
And the car also says pirate boat, so you know that that's not a car.
I missed that before. Okay, so he's applying lotion?
Yeah, so he doesn't get ashy. That's the line.
Are they like making fun of you or something?
So I actually accidentally heard him.
Oh.
They were mad at me for it.
One thing to note, the pirates all have katanas.
Yes.
Dude, I
From
remember...
the Tulsa State Fair, most likely.
I was about to say, I remember having one of those. Yeah.
You remember when I wore that glove a lot in Tahlequah?
Yeah, fingerless glove.
Yeah.
I remember
And I only
that.
had one.
And you're carrying how many fucking batteries does that stereo take? Like 20D batteries?
Yeah, I want to say at least 18.
Jesus Christ.
There wasn't anything smaller.
Oh, you got a Jack Sparrow right there.
Yep.
Now I'm trying to figure out, is that a puppy on his shoulder?
I think it was.
It looks like a puppy on his
I
shoulder.
know one of them had a little parrot, but that puppy, that stuffed animal, yeah, it made a few appearances on that show.
Oh man.
It holds up.
It does hold up. This is like kind of like Whitest Kids You Know. You ever seen that show?
Yeah. I never saw a lot of it. I've seen a couple skits from it, so yeah.
So we're watching a video of a video of a video.
Yeah, this is Inception of this video. And then, of course, the Jehovah's Witnesses that are walking in the background.
Oh, so you guys are doing really mean pirate looks at the camera.
Some gangster stares.
And some Jehovah's Witness walking up in the background.
Yeah.
Are like a pirate.
Are like a pirate.
Do you remember what it was like? Like, who thought of that? Do you remember details about Are Like a Pirate?
Well, both of them are musicians, so we wanted to come up with a rap song, and we threw out ideas. I don't know how it was conceived, but we all wrote our lines ourselves.
Really?
We recorded it in the studio. We did everything. Yeah.
Who came up with the beats and everything? The guys?
Yeah. That's John and Daniel. I think John did that beat. And he was the one putting lotion on his body. So,
okay.
Yeah. He was the 18-year-old boy putting lotion on his body. So.
I love that video.
Thank you. I get a lot of high praise from it. It's maybe just because people know me and they think it's funny to see that. But
yeah.
But it's fun to look back on it. We had a lot of good times on that show. So.
Did you ever want to continue doing sketch comedy?
Yeah, I've definitely wanted to keep doing it. It's always fun to just get together with friends and see, especially whenever we have like such freedom with all of that. So if we can ever do it again, I'd be down for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. I don't know if I would do another video like that, but I think my hip hop days are over. I'm retired. So, yeah. I'm one and done. We have discussed making a skit of Where Are They Now? Of that. Ooh. So
of the Are Like a Pirate guys?
Yes. Of where the whole VH1.
Dude, that's a fucking good idea.
Yeah.
There's a lot you could do with that.
But, like I said at the beginning, this is first time it's going to be on the internet. So people would be like, well, who the fuck are they in the first place?
That's the fucking genius, man.
Yeah.
It's like no one knows about it. And then there's this deep investigative journalist video of like, where are they now?
Now that it's out there.
You do like a whole fucking like entertainment thing, making up like Are Like a Pirate was an underground hit.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, we've talked about different ideas for it and everything and where each character would be, and I definitely wanted mine to be like in prison.
You want to be in prison?
Yeah.
What for?
And a lot of people that talk about me always blur it out. But it's a work in progress. I don't know if we'll ever do it or not, but I think that would be a fun one for sure.
Is comedy something you like wanted or want or have wanted to do?
I mean, I'm interested in all of it, so I'd be down to just do any of it. I mean, I was showing you the commercial earlier, and that was fun to do just because it was learning and being in front of the camera and stuff. So
yeah,
I don't know if I'll ever do it or not, but it's out there. The idea is out there.
Yeah.
So, and I know enough people that I could probably get into it. So stand up, though, I don't think that would be anything for me.
Stand up's fucking tough, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I know you were talking about doing it, and I don't know. I think that I just couldn't take the criticism.
Dude, it's direct criticism.
Of course, yeah. It's immediate.
Yeah.
Right after you get done talking. So
yeah.
But I don't know. If I can see me just being like, okay, that didn't work. And then just stopping.
Yeah, just fucking leave it.
Yeah. That would probably be my reaction if I ever did a stand-up, like did a joke And then no one laughed. I'd go, oh, okay, never mind. And then I'd leave.
So is stand-up like actually a thing here in Tulsa? I feel like it's so small it wouldn't really be quite as hardcore.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, I've been to a few shows, and I mean, it's no one I've ever heard of course, but there are people out there doing it, and it just seems to be in random places. I don't know for sure if there's an actual place just for comedy, you know what I mean? Because it seems to be in restaurants most of the time. So,
Yeah.
you know, but
Is there like a group of people, like a very, very small community of people who do that sort of thing?
there was the same guy hosting. I'm not sure what his name is, but they were doing those shows at the local Bison. They do a comedy show the last Wednesday of every month. And then there's, I don't know the name of that place, but it's right on the corner of 6th and Boston. It's like right there. And those are the same people doing it. So there's some kind of comedy company or something. It was the same host. And then they just have different comedians come through. So, and then you said the First Shop was one?
Yeah, I saw one at the First Shop, and I saw that's like one of the locations for like open mics around town.
Okay.
I was looking it up a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't know. And I don't know, like, really, is open mic just for anything? You can do music, you can do stand-up, or...
It depends. Like somewhere like, say, the Gypsy Coffee House has an open mic for a long time. But I think that's more
you
like
play there?
anything. Yeah.
Long time ago.
I played there? Mm-hmm. I don't want to remember
A
it.
long time ago.
I don't want to remember that.
That was before you moved to Austin.
Probably, yeah.
And after Tahlequah, so somewhere in between there. Yeah.
Like guitar?
Uh-huh.
Oh, God. I don't remember that.
Yeah, I went and saw you there. Had some coffee, and yeah, it was good.
So there are places like that, but then there's other places that do have just stand-up open mic, as far as I know. I think there is a comedy club here. It's like, I keep wanting to say the Laugh Factory, and I know that doesn't exist here.
Yeah, that sounds like something in a bigger city.
Yeah, it sounds like something from Los Angeles.
Yeah. Yeah,
No,
I don't know.
it's
There used to be one.
It's like the Tickles.
That's a good name for one.
We're gonna go to Tickles.
That's a good name for one.
yeah.
I like that.
Yo, I know we just met. You want to go to Tickles? Honey, I just made a new friend today at Tickles.
That tickles. Hilarious.
What's this Tickles? It's a comedy club.
Yeah.
Like, that does not sound like a comedy club. That sounds like a massage parlor.
Yeah. Well,
No.
in the
Tickles. You go there, you chuckle at Tickles.
Tickles is a place that, has a little bit of everything. It's just
Fun in the front,
Great.
fun in the back.
yeah. Great brunch.
Mimosas and butt plugs. Yo, you want to get tickled? We'll fucking strap you in against your will. This is the weekend.
There are places like that too.
In Tulsa?
Probably not Tulsa. No.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, I bet there are places like that in Tulsa. I do know some swingers. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not a swinger. I'm not a swinger, but I know some swingers, and I know shit goes
Put
down.
yourself out there, James.
I don't want to go to Tickles. I don't like getting tickled. I'm too ticklish. I know there's stuff like that, but it's like it's someone's like house. Mm-hmm. But there's also
it's usually at a house.
But there's also like a nudist resort here too.
Interesting.
Did you know about this?
No.
Yeah. I recently learned about this.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you ever been to a nude beach or anything?
So in Oregon, it's legal for women to be topless around.
Mm-hmm. So, same in Austin.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Austin has a lot of similarities to what goes down in Oregon, but
yeah, especially Eugene.
Yeah.
College town.
So I remember we would float the river, and there was a place called Nude Rock, And every time you float by, it'd just be naked people just standing there waving at you. Like they would always be there to wave at you, no matter what. So,
Like you're at the fucking end of your rope. You're like, I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
yeah.
But I'm gonna.
Someone
go,
always wanted to stop too.
I'm gonna go on this. I'm gonna go on this trip. I'm gonna go on this river before I fucking end it. Yeah. And then you get there and there's nude people waving at you. You're like, oh my god, someone really is there for me.
Yep. And
they are
welcome.
They
want you to come, and they want you to get naked.
Did you do it?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
no, we stayed away. So, but so there was a couple times where someone that was on our float knew people that were hanging out on nude rock. So, so they'd go say hi, and we would wait.
Yeah, you never did it.
Never went to nude rock. Like we stayed on the rock that was a little bit further down, but
The clothed rock.
yeah, we stayed mostly clothed.
In Austin, there was Hippie Hollow. It's the nudist rock. It's on Lake Travis. It's these like
Also a rock.
also a rock.
Okay.
There's like these just rocks that go down into the water, like sort of like a cliff. If a cliff were at 45-degree angle.
Okay.
And I went there with my first girlfriend in Austin. And my first time ever at like a nude beach or anything like that. Got naked. I was nervous as fuck about it on the way there. But we get there and like everyone else is already naked. So in that setting, like you just like there's a threshold you cross.
Right.
You cross that threshold and it's like all that fucking anxiety you're feeling beforehand of like, oh God, I'm gonna be judged, yada yada. You cross this threshold and you see all these people in this area butt ass naked, but there's no one around to hassle you, no fucking pigs or anything like that.
Yeah.
You all see all sorts of different body types and everything. And then all of a sudden, for me at least, it was like, oh, this is just fine.
Right.
No one's gonna fucking care. No one's gonna care what I look like. No one fucking cares because we're all naked,
Right.
figuratively and literally. So you get there and you get naked, and no one's really being a creep. Someone might come up. They might have a dick that's kind of in your eye line, but
Sure.
you know, who fucking cares?
You're right.
Who fucking cares? We all have dicks. Everyone has a penis.
Well,
It's science.
almost. Some people don't.
Yeah. Some people can get a penis if they want a penis.
That's true. They can get one now.
But yeah, I went there one time. The only thing I didn't like about it was the amount of pubes in the water as it was washing up
just-
onto the rocks.
so-
There's a lot of body hair.
That was floating around. Okay.
Just if this were
That's
the
interesting that there would be more.
I don't see how it's interesting that everyone's fucking hairy and they get in the water and then there's just like the sheen of pubes floating at the edge of the water. And it's not the ocean. It's not got anywhere to go.
Yeah. There was a time we went to it was a hot springs in Oregon that we found kind of in the woods, and it was so it was like a 3-tier thing. There was like one on the top, one here, like kind of waterfall down. You could sit in there, but it was like a natural one. So like they're like 3 little pools, but it's not made to be like that. Like it's still kind of uncomfortable rocks and stuff. You just find a spot to sit down, and clothing is optional. But the top was basically all the homeless people you've ever seen.
Were they naked?
And they were all naked.
Oh, right on. All right, cool.
But they were rubbing it in your face that they were naked. So like while we're like getting our stuff ready and like getting,
when you say rub, my brain
Not
instantly
literally.
went to a different.
but close. So we're getting like changed and stuff, and there's a guy, and he comes and he puts his foot up like right next to us, and he's like, "Hey, I'm naked," and I go, "I know." I see. And he's like, "Yeah, what do you think?" And I was just like, "I think you're naked. I don't know what else to tell you." Like, and he was just, the dirtiest guy. He was just a very dirty guy. But he wanted everybody to know that he was naked. So anyone who showed up, he would go up and tell them that he's naked, even though clearly you can see
He's naked.
he's naked. And they were at the top pool and we were at the bottom one. And I just kept thinking of like, what are they doing up there?
Probably peeing.
What's floating?
Might be peeing in the water.
I'm the third tier here, getting whatever's going on.
You're
up
getting
there.
2 tiers of piss.
But you sign up for it. You go in there and you know what you're getting into, and then
That would make a good sketch. A naked homeless man coming up and telling everyone
that he's naked.
Hey, I'm naked. What do you think?
Yeah. What do you think about it?
You see this? Look at this angle. All right, look at the texture.
And I was.
What do you think? How would you rate this? I'm naked.
I was very indifferent. I was like, I don't care one way or the other. It's good for you, man. But you're not getting any feedback. I'm not going to give you a Yelp review on.
That's too bad. A lot of customers rely on Yelp.
Yeah. Unfortunately. They do. But yeah, so that was my naked experience.
And you weren't even naked?
I wasn't naked.
You got to try it out, man. Go outside naked.
Just go out there.
Yeah, in your front yard. If anyone
There's a lot
gives
of
you a
old people
weird
in my
look,
neighborhood, so-
flip them off.
Okay.
And say,
This is great advice, people.
I'm naked. If someone says something, oh, excuse me, I'm naked. What do you think?
Tell me what your thoughts are. Yeah. No, I'm not going to put clothes on, but I want to know what you think.
Procure a voice recorder from who knows where. I have a few questions for you.
Nothing wrong with getting naked. I think that, if you're on your yard and you pay your taxes, I think you should be able to.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not going to offend me to see any naked bodies around.
Charge people to look at you.
Some people do. Isn't that what OnlyFans is?
Oh, yeah.
And, let people know what your link is to that.
I wonder if that unhoused man has an OnlyFans. I've seen quite a few homeless people who have cell phones, and I'm not going to go down a path saying like, oh, well, if they can afford a cell phone, because that's fucking dumb.
Well, they give them away sometimes.
They give them away.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, I've seen videos of homeless people talking about, like, their experience of, like, what it's like. Mm-hmm. Why should not, or I wonder if there exists one unhoused person who has an OnlyFans.
There's probably more than one.
You think?
Yeah,
Because there's a lot of people on there, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be more than one. It depends on where you're at, too, and what kind of state of homelessness you're in.
I could see, like, someone who lives with various people, because I've done that before,
Yeah,
like
that's
a
pretty
relationship
easy.
sort of thing. Like, I've been that kind of homeless, but, like, on the street
With your own tent.
with your own tent, if you're lucky enough.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, that would be a way for them to make money. It's fucked up that they have to do that to be able to fucking not die, but I wonder if you know, viewer or listener, if there is any homeless person who has an OnlyFans. I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, please send me all of their links.
I want the guy And I'm afraid, like, I don't want this to come off like I'm making fun of homeless people, because I think homeless people is not a thing that should exist. I know you said you didn't want to talk politics, but it's me. I get into
That's
this.
okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. We can talk homeless.
There should not be homeless people, and I don't mean that in a way of advocating the eugenics of people who happen to be homeless. It's just that we have so fucking much. There's no scarcity. We have so much. There's no good reason anyone should have to be homeless and struggling.
Yeah, I agree.
That said, I do wonder if any homeless person, like on the street, has their own OnlyFans in order to survive. In which case, I mean, I fucking get it. I fucking get it. I wonder if
That's
maybe,
a good way to make money, though, I feel like.
yeah.
Right?
And maybe that will,
You
maybe
don't
there
have
is
to
a
get
person
naked
who
on that,
started
right?
out. Not necessarily, but I think it
I've
helps.
never. That's all I hear about it.
About?
About the OnlyFans. Is that, like, I'll see some article of somebody who made like $100,000 on OnlyFans just getting naked, like some 20-year-old or something doing that. And
Yeah.
it just blows my mind. It's like influencing, the influencer thing.
Right.
I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't understand why people want to see whatever they're I don't even understand how they're influencing. You know what I mean?
Right. How someone looks up. It's this thing, parasocial relationships, where you feel like you have a personal relationship, but it's someone you don't even know. Like
Right.
one time, people being so fucking obsessed with celebrities' lives, like
Yeah.
Brad Pitt.
But
whoever else.
this is now a celebrity, right?
This is now a celebrity, but it's like not even movie stars and stuff. It can be just some random motherfucker on social media.
Yeah.
Because of just luck. They look a certain way. They have certain amount of liberty in terms of money, of like, I can go here and do this and have this equipment to make this quality of content, right? Mm-hmm. So, but it all comes down to parasocial relationships, where someone is alone at home, they have access to social media, and they find someone who is posting on social media who's like, I feel a part of me in this person. Like, I can relate. Just the kind of stuff this person says and just their outlook, their perspective is something I share, and I don't know that everyone else really understands it. And then you can kind of obsess over that person, and then it keeps growing and becomes like just a fucking entertainment celebrity Kardashian.
Yeah. Because
Product.
that's like the golden standard, is those Kardashian people.
The Kardashians. They're famous for being famous.
Right.
It's people famous for being famous. It's weird.
Yeah, I just don't understand. I don't know why that bikini picture is going to influence me to do anything, you know?
I don't either. But someone does
bizarre.
one thing or wears one certain article of clothing item, and it influences a new fucking trend of like, oh, Kim is wearing this or this brand, I'm going to start doing that too.
Yeah.
Frankly, and I know you don't want to get into it, but I'm just going to throw it out there.
Okay.
This is a fucking logical end of fucking capitalism. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. And it doesn't make sense. And it's not healthy.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make you feel more yourself. It doesn't make you necessarily feel empowered. And
Right.
you might derive this, sense of empowerment from like doing this certain thing for this certain reason online, because you're being advertised of like saying, if you buy this from this, it's a powerful move.
Right.
Because of this. Am I making any kind of sense, or am I kind of...
Yeah, no, you are. You are for sure.
Yeah.
It just, I think that I'm just the type of mindset that I won't get it.
Yeah.
I don't understand why somebody cares so much about that kind of stuff.
Like influencer kind of stuff. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've just never been that kind of person that will look at something and think that somebody is to that standard,
Right. Has such a fucking influence on your own life.
Yeah, unless
Yeah.
it's somebody I know that I grew up with, or that was like a mentor, or like someone I looked up to, something like that. But
Yeah.
even then, I'm not gonna like, show me an ass pic and let me where's your bikini come from?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's beyond me whenever
Yeah.
I see stuff like that and I read about it. I'm just like, why whenever I search the news does this trump everything else? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why is this what I'm reading before these fires, or before something good, or something different or important? Why are the first things that I see is the fucking Kardashians?
Last I heard, CNN never covered that fucking story like 2 weeks ago where the fire was coming out of the middle of the Gulf of Mexico. Mm-hmm. Did you see those pictures?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why are celebrities' lives so important?
I don't know. It's a great question.
Let's see, what time are we at? We might need a... Oh, yeah. I think we've met an hour on this. You want to keep going?
It's time for the premium, or you want to keep going?
Let's make this the premium, because my battery.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I didn't even say all the stuff at the beginning of this. Do you have anything you want to plug? Do you have any? You want people looking at your social media or anything?
I have a Facebook.
You have a Facebook?
That's it.
Right on.
Oh, I did make a Twitter like when Twitter first came out, and I follow Jim Carrey.
Hell yeah!
But I don't know my login. So
What was the first Jim Carrey movie you saw?
The first one I saw?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Probably. I mean, it had to be one of his first, like Ace
The Mask.
Ventura. Maybe The Mask.
Yeah.
Ace Ventura, I think, was probably his first movie, though, right?
No, he was in Living Color before all this.
But
so.
movie, like starring film, wasn't it? Ace Ventura on like after In Living Color.
Let me look this up.
Okay. Are we? Is this premium right now?
No, I'm gonna have to I gotta charge the camera.
Okay. So,
Let's
and then
figure
we'll do that.
figure this out. Let's carry this over to the premium.
Okay. Yeah, we can get into the.
What the? Oh, I just took a screenshot. I thought I was pressing one button. Okay. Thank you for tuning in.
Hey, thank you,
Bryan. Thank you for being here.
Of course, man.
I know you're not
Anytime.
about to leave, but thank you for being here.
I'm not going nowhere.
We're about to record a premium conversation.
Yeah.
What
does the premium cost?
It's like base $5 a month.
$5 a month.
Yeah. All you need to do if you want more, go to patreon.com/ThatThingWithJames.
I tell you what, the first person that comments on this that wants that, I will pay their $5 premium for 1 month.
Well, that's very generous of you.
Yeah, well, I'm a good guy.
You are a good guy.
I'm okay.
You're more than just okay.
But I'll do that. If the first person that comments on it, I will pay. And they want to try the premium and they want to see where this is going, then I'll pay it.
Patreon.com/ThatThingWithJames. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter, and I'm new to TikTok. Same handle for all of those, at James J. Asher. If you're not subscribed already, please consider becoming a subscriber. And if you too, if you have any ideas for stories or subjects, or if you have some advice you want on the air, and I would keep you anonymous, send me an email at thatthingwithjames@gmail.com. And that's it.
Okay.
You got anything else to say?
No.
Okay, we're if you want to keep watching, check out the premium episode.
We're going to open 2 more bottles of whiskey in the premium.
So thank you for tuning in. Bye. See you next time.
Later.